Hi everybody, I'm Stitch Kitten, and today we're drawing in only pen, which was not part of the original prompt, but I don't know where my pencil went. So, fun addition, we're only drawing in pen today. Because I don't know where my pencils are at. But I thought it would be fun since we finished off some stickers last week. And Halloween is coming up. I freaking love Halloween, guys. I don't know about you. Sorry, I'm a little bit disheveled. Uh, yeah, I don't have an excuse. I'm just disheveled for no reason. I still don't have my brain from the pharmacy. That's my excuse. I want my brain back. But yeah, free only pens. Free only pens today. Uh, but yeah, I thought it would be fun if we did some cute little like spooky, scary stickers, for Halloween. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Only in pen, also apparently. Uh, my light is maybe better today. It's cloudy out. So I have a lamp on that is not normally on. Maybe that's why. Usually it's the sun from behind me, and right now it's a lamp. That's probably why. But yeah, we can totally draw a pumpkin cat. Should we draw a pumpkin cat or like a cat in a pumpkin? Like, should the cat be the pumpkin or should it be in a pumpkin? Do we have suggestions? Do we have votes? Oh God, no. Cats and kids? That'd be crazy. No, thank you. That's pretty cute. Okay, so what if we do like he's trying to pull out of the pumpkin, like he's stuck. We have big pumpkin. No, also guys, like my genetic gene pool is crappy. Like really not worth passing. I'll be real. So if I was gonna have kiddos, they would in fact just show up one day. Just be forewarned. If that ever happens, they will in fact just appear. There will be no me having the kiddos. Oh man, I actually do want to get a pool when we move. Uh, it's so freaking hot here, guys, and I love the water. I really do. But like pools are just many and they're hard to maintain, and so if I do it at a place where I own the place, I can do it however I want. If I did it here, I'd have to get like some crappy inflatable nonsense. I don't want to. But like, if I own the place where it's going, like, I could dig some stuff in the ground, or I could. No, Radius is kidding. Radius is making a joke. I am no, just no, no kiddos for me. Thank you. I my sister's kiddo is very cute, and I get all the child interaction I need from him. Okay, that'd be a cool skill if like if you could absorb it like literally any other way. Cause like if you destroy the thing, maintaining and pursuing the skills, like that's you have to decide when it's like the most accumulated skill, right? Yeah, honestly, she's adorable, but my sister is also like one of the youngest teen pregnancies I know, so okay, but at least then you could go back and take more skills from them later. Like I'm just saying, if they're gone, they can't continue to build the skills, so you just like destroyed someone who has masterful skills and now cannot build anymore. So like even if you get uh yeah, something like that. Um but also my nephew is adorable and she does really well for herself and she's great now, but like I am not that much older than her, so I was also a kid and that was quite a lot. That's alright. We can have a silly day. We can have a bunch of silly days even. No, they're doing so good actually. Because of that, my sister got into the US workforce before it like kind of crashed and was terrible, and her husband, who is the baby's dad, like they make bank. They're doing so well for themselves. I cheat off of her for being an adult all the time now. She helps me with my taxes. She's actually really cool. Yeah, yeah. I keep making jokes about or with my friends about how I'm a birthright citizen and I'm feeling less comfortable making those jokes out loud in public recently. And my friends keep giving me kind of like some looks when I say them in public instead of, you know, in private cuz yeah, we're all a little worried. And yeah, healthcare is kind of bad right now, even just beyond normal nonsense. Speaking of, I will uh have to make some comments on that at some point. Because, oh my god, my freaking pharmacy, guys. I haven't said this in a minute, but like, uh, it's just a bunch of red tape nonsense at the pharmacy, and it's like, it's for nobody. Like, I was thinking about it, like, okay, so the problem right now is that I can't get my my prescription filled because I have to go see my doctor before I can get it filled because it's a scheduled prescription, right? But also, like, who does that help? Like, there's supposed to be a temporary thing that I can get to go see my doctor, or before I go see my doctor, that's just on the same schedule, and they just aren't going to give that to me because I haven't seen my doctor. And the reason that has been given for this is that it is a measure to prevent abuse of my medication. And like, my medication is abusable, but how does removing a scheduled dosage of my prescription prevent me from abusing it? Because even in the case where I was abusing it, how does that not just send me immediately to going and buying some? Like I'm doing okay because I wasn't. Like I'm doing okay because but yeah, no, it's all a bit much. And that's all just like, normal run of the mill pharmacy nonsense. That's not even talking about like all of the new nonsense that's gonna get out of hand when things come down through here. I'm like trying to get new insurance because right now I have insurance through the state, and I'm really worried about what's gonna happen with that here with all of the new like cuts and everything because I really need my insurance because here in the States it is prohibitively expensive to stay healthy if you don't have it. And they're just making a bunch of cuts to it so that less people can have it, which is terrible because I don't know, IMO, people can get mad at me for this if you want and scream about private healthcare all day, but like I just I think it's really reasonable for, you know, governments to pay for the health of the people that they would like to be healthy, you know? That seems reasonable. You know, I get helped to being a working person, and then I work like that seems like how the exchange should work, but that's just me. um oh yeah. That's yeah, also like a lot of paperwork costs are like really boosted right now just because it's like it's just all the paperwork offices are really overwhelmed because people are trying to leave, and a lot of people who don't have information are trying to get information, and there's a lot of places that used to have information that it isn't available anymore because of like just people not wanting people to have said information in a reasonable manner. And yeah, it's all a lot. I have seriously been thinking about not being here, but it's hard and it would be expensive. Um and thankfully I'm a birthright citizen, so I do have a lot of paperwork that says I'm allowed to be here, and it would be really, really hard for somebody to go, like pick me up or something. Like it would have to be a scene. So, I feel like hopefully people are avoiding those generally recently. Um, in light of the fact that there have been quite a few already. So I think I'm hopefully okay. But the fact that I even have to worry about that is crazy. Mm. Anyway, look at this cute little pumpkin guy. Aww. On a less serious note, excuse me. I lost my pencil and that sent me down a sad boy rant, apparently. My bad. Thank you. Thank you. He's so cute. I'm gonna drink my coffee and let's stare at the cute little pumpkin cat. Aww. What a sweetie. I actually have no idea how I lost my pencil, guys. I had it yesterday evening. Maybe it's in the car. Maybe I dropped it in the car. Everybody's getting cuter by them. All the time. Me too, because I keep fixing my hair, and it was really bad when I got here. And I'm just gonna add some little dash things on here just to make him look kind of fuzzy. I don't want to draw like full fur or anything, but just some little fuzzy dashes. Then maybe some shading that you can tell he's supposed to be a black cat. Or gray at the very least. Um, Maybe we'll add some extra lines to our because I think it looks kind of blank. Yeah, look at that. That's freaking cute. Maybe we'll have whiskers sticking out. Mhm. Rah. Oh, they're good. I'll be sleeping behind me. I can steal. Yeah. Look at 'em. They're so good. This is Miss Meg. She's one of the two that got adopted. I actually only have one fella out of all of the kittens, and it's the big stripy one. Oh, hello, Miss Meg. Yeah, the two that got adopted are this one, and yeah, she would get stuck in the pumpkin. Um, she's the smallest, and then the big fluffy one is the one brother, and his name is Hercules since he's gotten adopted. So it's Meg and Hercules that have gotten adopted, and they're super stinking cute. Mm. Yeah, aren't you a pair of sweeties? And then the other two, I'm a big old softie, guys, and the reason that I have so many cats in the first place is because my ex convinced me that they needed go homes, and we have one. So, I'm a big old softie. I'm keeping the other two unless I find somebody who really wants them, and you know, I trust and things, because I'm a big ol' softie and I don't want to take my cute little well adjusted sweeties and give them to a shelter. But that's okay, I think. Anyway, the other two are we keep calling them the twins because they look exactly like their mom, except for they just have like slight pattern variations, but it's close enough you can really mix them up easy. Um, and yeah, they're all adorable. It's a really good shelter, and I talked to the ladies, and they're like super sweethearts, and I totally vetted it everything beforehand. I was gonna do it, and then I went and I saw, and I saw the cages, and I can't do the cages, guys. It's so sad. I know, I know, I know they have to. It's not all the cats are gonna get along all the time, and they don't want to be a problem when they're cycling in and out. But I can't, I can't. They're too sweet. I did too good a job, and now I want to keep them. Anyway, here let's draw a cat with a ghost costume since we're talking about the kitties. They're actually so freaking good, guys. They're so cute. I love them so much. I'm like, oh, I'm getting sad, like, even though I'm not actually gonna give them to the shelter anymore, because it's just like, I don't want to. I just don't want to. I want to keep them and take care of them. Maybe because the like eye things, like Ozzy's got the glasses and it's kind of straight eyebrows, so it's like, you know, did that make any sense what I just said, or did I just make a goofy face at the camera for no reason? I can't tell. Spooky, spooky little ghost. Pretty possible. Fuzzy Fuzzborn. Or Fuzzy Pawsborn. Or Foxy Pawsborn. There's a lot of opportunity there. A good combo. So true, so true. Maybe they could share and it'd even be like cute or something instead of gross. It'd be like kind of wholesome in a creepy way instead of like just creepy. Aww. We love that for you. You'll have to buy yourself some play with the cat stickers. I did put them up uh for my army. I just need to give them like copy pastas for them. But they will go up on the Mega, I swear. Not too long from now, and everybody can get the I Pet a Cat sticker. Well, they're for you. You pet the cat. You get the stickers. You get the stickers. They're for you. No, for real though, guys. Like, even if they're not mine, you should get yourself some cute little freaking affirmation stickers. I love affirmation stickers so much. I gave another adult like a gold star on their shirt that I'm sure they threw away for doing just like basic nonsense the other day. And they actually smiled so hard cuz it's actually so good. Just, little gold star on their shirt. Here you go. And they were like, anyway, it's good. It's good. Just get yourself some cute little stickers. I have stickers all over my office for doing good stuff. My case manager and my therapy person and all of them give me stickers. It's good. Stickers are so cool. Or little candies or something, just give yourself some sort of little goofy treat that you like. I like stickers. Maybe you don't like stickers. Maybe you want to get like a mug and you want to like drink hot cocoa or something. I'm just saying, like, it can be nonsense. You could give yourself a penny. You could give yourself like $1 in a jar or something, and then have $1 million when you do a million cool things. I'm just saying, like, it can legitimately be nothing. Like, okay, but like, how much do Lego sets cost though? Maybe what if you put like yeah, what if you put like $1 in the Lego jar? That seems more like on the level of what I was talking about, or a quarter or something in a Lego jar. Like, I appreciate I appreciate where you're going with this, and I totally think that you should go for that. But also, like, it's meant to be like a little dumb reward. So if you buy yourself a Lego kit like every time, you're gonna start, you know, making yourself upset at doing the chores because you're gonna be like, man, I did another chore. I have to buy another Lego set. My pockets are not gonna appreciate that. Mhm. Yeah, it's so much money, guys. That's like a lot. Even new Legos though, like I bought some Legos that I play with, but I don't play with them enough for what I paid for them because I have played with them like 2 times, and it's like a $20 box of Legos, even though it's random pieces. And I literally told you not to, so it's not my fault. So, just saying. I did, in fact, say don't do that. At least not because of me. So, if uh if I do get a big angry email, I'm gonna go back to this video. I'm gonna clip like this 30 seconds of me specific and like your chat's on the screen, so like you'll see the aw, you know. Sorry. That seems like pretty good proof to me. uh and this is why my ex was not allowed to get one. I'm just kidding, mostly. But look at the cute little ghost. Look at the cute little ghosty. Aww. That's gonna be the new stream joke is every time things get too serious, we just say, "Look at the kitty." Aww. Maybe that's not a new joke. Okay. Spooky, spooky. What should we do now? Spooky, spooky, spooky ideas. You know what? Um, I have to go get water because I'm trying to be nice to myself. So I'm gonna do that. That's pretty cute. I like that. Oh, what about like what's that one movie? Frankie Weenie? What if we draw the dog from Frankie Weenie? I love that. Or like, a dog with Frankie Weenie type vibes. What's his name? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna think of his name and look him up when I come back. I am gonna go get water real quick. You guys stare at the cute little kitties, and I'll be right back. Think of very good ideas. Spam very good ideas in the chat so that I have a bunch of them I can go look at later. I appreciate you guys. I'll be right back. Hold on, you guys are chartreuse. I have a chartreuse webcam cover. But it's plastic, so it lets enough light in you can see that it's chartreuse. Anyway, okay, I do like the bat without a head. I think we'll have to do that one like really clean or it's gonna be a little bit bad, but I do like it. And okay, we're looking for good spooky ideas. But I appreciate it. I think what if we do a little spooky ghost stuff with the lantern? Like I liked that idea. I think I'm gonna tip my camera down. I keep going off it. I thought I was too far up, but now I feel like or I mean too far down, but now I feel like I'm too far up. Framing, am I right? Something like that. Um, yeah, I do like the little ghost duck looking there. That one. To try that one. Maybe, maybe. I'll have to try not to scare myself. I don't like spiders, guys. I don't know if this is a thing everybody knows, because there's not much reason for me to get arachnophobia on stream all the time, but oh, I have big arachnophobia. I don't even like dislike spiders logically or anything. I just, ooh, they wake me up. I can't do it. I had this like really, really spooky nightmare as a kid. I think this is actually probably why I have big arachnophobia. Um, but like, okay, you know those little like electronic toy trucks that would like talk to you? They're like construction vehicles. Some of them are like Tonka brand, some of them are other brands, but they're basically just like toy construction trucks, and they'd say like, you know, good job, let's go, crap like that. So I am from the dirt. I am from the backwoods, and so I used to, even though I even though I have boobs and all that, like I used to play with those as a kid all the time, and I loved those things. They were like my favorite toy when I was really small. Was just like the trucks and stuff that you could push dirt around in. I just loved playing with dirt as a kid. I don't know. I really like Minecraft now as an adult, so do with that what you will. Um, but yeah, me and the dirt uh would get along, and I had this really, really bad nightmare. It's like one of my original memories now as an adult, because it's like I'm sure it's from when I was really, really small, where it was like in black and white, for some reason, and I was in my house with this like huge version of like one of those dump truck things. I don't know what they're actually called, but just a dirt carrying truck with a leveling bed, you know, so I can dump the truck. And I I had one of those that was like my favorite toy, and it was so fun in the beginning of it because it was set up kind of like a Shirley Temple movie. It was like, ah, you know, the big truck comes to life and we're playing, and then um it did this thing where, you know, when toys kind of run out of batteries, how they get kind of like slow, crackly. It did that, and then suddenly all of the dirt in the truck was spider eggs, and it just like poured them out all over my living room, and spiders just like crawled all over everything, and like all over me, and then they just like kept filling up the room, and like I couldn't like breathe in the I am pretty sure I have some sort of like night terror issue or something, but like in the dream I was like, I can't breathe, there are spiders everywhere. Like it was terrifying. I was probably like 4 or something, like I was really small. um and so yeah, now I really hate spiders. I really hate spiders. I hate spiders so much. Um yeah. Uh oh, it was really bad. That's actually like one of my formative memories. I'm not even kidding. Like that's probably my earliest memory ever. Is that nightmare. It was so bad. Um Actually, maybe my earliest memory is falling asleep with a chicken nugget in my mouth. It depends. It depends on which of those memories came first. I have a couple of very, very small person memories. Um, But yeah, I can't. I can't. They just freak me out. Logically, I don't even hate them. I don't think they're like bad. I like snakes. I like spiders in theory. I like the idea of, you know, stuff that comes and eats the other bugs. But nah, in real life, spiders scare the crap out of me and I can't do it. Also, I couldn't remember the name of the dog from Frank and Weenie, so I just looked up Ghost Dog. Oh my god, I just remembered what it is. His name is Zero. Anyway, doesn't matter. I looked up Ghost Dog already. So I'm just using generic references instead. Don't you love when your brain does that? When you put stuff down because you give up and then it's not important anymore and your brain is not working on it so hard, so it gives you the answer anyway. It's like, haha, I needed that 5 minutes ago, but thanks. I like the snake in a skeleton costume. That's cute. And probably way easier to draw than a spider in a Spider-Man costume, I'll be real. Sorry, I was thinking too hard for a second about how I wanted the pen shading to work on the doggo. Doggo is so cute. He's coming out really good. Usually, I get a I get a little nervous when you guys suggest things that aren't cats recently, because I've been drawing a lot of cats. But I think he came out pretty cute. Uh, and I do want to draw a snake in a snake costume next, but or I mean a snake in a skeleton costume because I like that. But I think I probably got to move the sketchbook, so we're gonna lose the little pumpkin kitty on top. I'm gonna drink my coffee and let us stare at all of them for a second. I hope so. I lost my pencil. That's my favorite one. It's gotta be around. I literally had it like less than 24 hours ago. I know it was here at the house, so. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, here. I can show off my latest hyperfixation while I'm, or I guess I have a couple right at the moment because the pharmacy won't give me my brain back, so my brain has taken over a little bit. But I'm making little buzz balls for my cats. I promise, if I ever play Marvel Rivals, I will tell you guys, and you guys can have my username, and we can play Marvel Rivals. How about that? But no, it's felting these little craft balls for my cats because they love them, and all I have to do is make a pom pom and then just stuff all the little tails into the center with felting, and it makes like a really nice, like rough yarn surface for them that they like, and that is really hard for them to like tear apart, you know? Like I can tear it a little bit right now, but only because it's not finished. And like my nails are kind of fierce right now, guys. Like, well, it's a good thing that you guys don't feed them. I mean, you could send me money, and I would use it on them, but all my money goes to them anyway. Oops, I hit the camera. My bad. That's fine. We had to move it anyway. Oh, also, because people keep asking me about the paper making, and I keep saying, I'm gonna make the thing, and I keep not making the thing. Look what I bought at the Goodwill. I bought for $3 literally an entire paper making set that already has the thing. Oh, me too, though. That's where the rest of my money goes. It isn't to my cats. The cats, unfortunately for the man child that runs my finances, do usually go first, though. But yeah. Also, I wish right now more than anything, guys, that I had smell-o-vision for you because look at these that it came with. This box had like never been opened, so the whole thing smells like these herbs that were in here. There's like really old rose petals and some really old peat moss and lavender and marigold petals. I mean, they're just secondhand stores. They're just like really corporate secondhand stores, but sometimes you find really fun stuff. Like consignment shops. Um, except people don't get money for the things that they donate, they just donate them. But yeah, it came with like blotter paper, and I'm sure you should not smoke anything you find in a box from somebody that you don't know. And even if I did know, no, these are like nonsense. You wouldn't want to smoke. They're like flower petals. They just smell really good. I just like I'm just inhaling them because they smell really, really nice. It's definitely not cigarettes. Cigarettes smell terrible. I do not like the way that cigarettes smell. Sorry, people who smoke cigarettes. Tobacco cigarettes smell really bad. I think they smell worse than like car fuel and stuff. Congrats, Germany. Germany can get added to the list of really cool places that I maybe want to move. Germany's got help. You know what? Germany is moving up the list, you know? You guys, you guys had your era, and then you said, you know what? We're never doing that again. Besides, us encouraging you, and I'm really, really, really sorry about us encouraging you because but, yeah. Would I do okay in Germany? I know sometimes Germany is a little bit weird about brown people. Am I too brown to go to Germany and like be okay and normal? I don't know any German. I would have to learn German. I can grow plants. I can do that. Hmm. I said in a box that comes from someone you don't know, because like I bought this at a Goodwill. Like I said, the way that Goodwill works is people just donate like lots, like not a lot, no, not like many, like packaged boxes and things of just crap from their house. So like sometimes it's stuff like this and sometimes it's like broken pencils, right? It's so, it's like eh, you probably don't want to, even if it says cigarettes, you probably don't want to buy cigarettes from the Goodwill, right? And be like, I'm going to smoke these. I don't think you could, but like you probably wouldn't want to either. It'd be a little bit like buying underpants. Like you can buy underpants that other people have owned and worn and that are now at the Goodwill that they gave away for free and the Goodwill now wants to sell them to you. So that seems kind of gross to me, especially with the way that I personally know other US people keep their belongings. That seems really kind of nasty to me. However, they sell them, so clearly other people do buy them. I'm just saying, yeah, just be careful what you do with stuff you buy that you don't know where it came from. That's the whole thing. That was my whole point. I don't actually care about the box part of it. Just like, yeah, I want to know where my underwear has been, you know? Like that seems important to me. Or my cigarettes if I did theoretically smoke. Or yeah, I just, I feel like knowing where your stuff is from is important. But like this, like as long as it's not made of uranium, like I'm fine. It's some scented wood and like I probably won't use these herbs, but even if I was going to, they would get sealed in some paper. And yeah, so unless one of them is secretly nightshade, I think I'm fine probably. As long as they are as labeled. Also, the box was almost completely unopened. Like, it didn't have a shrink wrap on it, but it did have, like, the original tape on the box, as far as I could tell. Nothing was resealed. It was sat in there like nobody had ever opened it. I'm pretty sure there's literally one called Nightshade. Okay, and then we're gonna get off this tangent and go back to drawing. Because I realized I've been talking about I was like, I'm gonna show you guys my hyperfixations, and now I'm not gonna draw, but hold on. Yeah, fictional comic book superheroine published by DC. She's got the ability to manipulate shadow and includes the ability to transform into a living shadow and the ability to travel through shadow plane portals. That's pretty cool. Her not superhero name is Eve Eden. That's badass. I like this. Maybe I'll have to read this comic. When did this run? Oh, she was in the original Suicide Squad? Okay. Anyway, she's really cool. I might have to look into her. She is probably in my book. Uh, okay. I'm gonna. It's show and tell day, I guess, because I'm gonna show you guys one more thing. I did like 3 drawings already, and we haven't even been streaming that long. So I'm gonna show you guys one more thing that uh isn't a hyperfixation. It's just a fun thing I have. This is another epic Goodwill find from like ages ago, but dun da dun da da dun da dun da dun. Sorry, I think it's reversed for you guys right now, but it's the Encyclopedia of DC Comics. It's like an official one from the 2000 something, like early 2000s. See, 2006. So it's got like all the classics, and it's got like, here, hold on, let me find one. Like big color photos of like the groups and stuff. I'm pretty sure I can't have spent more than $5 on it because I don't typically spend a lot of money on books I find at the Goodwill, especially if it's stuff like this where I just bought it for fun. Um, so honestly, like if I was gonna sell it, I'm very sorry. It would probably not be to one of you guys. It would probably be to like a collector because I'm sure it's worth some money and I have kept it in really good condition. Like look at these pages. Those are clean. I take care of my stuff unlike other people. Off. Not adding anyone in particular except for I'm totally adding my ex. I keep adding her and I'm gonna keep adding her because it's making me feel better. Um, Sorry. If you guys want to cough up collector money for my books, like you totally can, but ah, but uh there is I have noticed and I'm sure that this is why whoever had it as a collector before me got rid of it. There is what I'm almost certain. is a very small coffee stain right here, right on top of the pages. And it doesn't really leak into the pages, but it is right on top of them, like across quite a few. Um, which is kind of unfortunate. And also the corners are pretty bad. This is probably my fault though. I could I could probably reseal these. Anyway, I like books. Uh, that was a big I really like books, guys. That's a big part of the reason that I knew enough stuff about them to even want to make notebooks in the first place. Because I have actually like restored a lot of my books over the years. They're really they are in good hands. If anybody does ever want to buy one of my books, they will come in very well loved condition. Not that I plan on selling them anytime soon. My magic cards are very much the same way. Oh, oh yeah, right. Sorry, we were gonna check. Hold on. I'm sure she is, because she's old enough for that. Hold on. Uh, let's see. Should we look up Nightshade or should we look up Eve Eden? Um, Shade. Oh, look, there she is. She totally is. It's right there. Found her. Look at that. Okay, let's see. Can I get the whole thing in the frame? Oh my gosh, guys. And she's almost on page 222. That made my tism go off a little bit. Not gonna lie. What is on page 222? What is it, guys? Let's see. Oh, of course! It's Nightwing! Ah, okay. We love Nightwing. She is pretty cute. Nightwing also pretty cute. See, big photos like this are the reason that I got this to begin with, was because I wanted to do really big fancy comic book muscles like this. So when you see me do like the really nice back muscle shoulders and like thighs, this book is how I got that ability. Is by copying big comic book muscles because I yeah. Oh, this is such a good drawing reference. I really like this book, guys. I'm yeah, I'm a little bit more dysregulated, and as my little bit more dysregulated self, I have not I am not really good at regulating my empathy, and so like I get really attached to objects, and I really love books so much, guys. This is one of my favorites for real. So I'm gonna go very carefully and nicely put it back on my bookshelf now. And stop telling you about it, but also it's such a good one. Ugh, yeah. I don't even want to know how much it would cost me to buy this if it wasn't from actually maybe I do. Maybe I'll look it up for you guys. Let's see, what would it cost to buy a DC art encyclopedia in 2025? Not terrible. The new edition you can buy in hardcover for $40. What if I want to buy the old one? Can I buy the old one? If I can't buy the old one, that might be worth some money. Okay, well, that might be worth some money. They don't have it in stock. It just doesn't have a new listing for it. It has a bunch of people selling their copies. Somebody's selling their new copy for $40. Or their new condition copy. Just like on Amazon. So it might be worth some money. Depending on who I sold it to. It's definitely worth way more than the $5 I spent on it. Oh yeah, true. Here, I'll go to eBay. And then we're gonna draw for real because I keep saying that and then getting on other tangents. And I'm gonna lose uh my buffer time from having extra drawings. So hold on. Eh, nah. People are buying it for like $10. Somebody bought a like used or a like new copy for $40, but it looks like most of the time they're not going. Oh yeah, plus whatever the shipping was, because I mean I bought it at a store. Anyway, ah, I do really like that book though, and mm, I'm sure stuff like that, like they're only ever it could be less copies of things like that. So even if it's not worth anything now, it's not like it's gonna you you know like I want it, right? Which means as long as there are other me's, it's not worthless. I want to keep it anyway. So if one day it becomes $1 million, it's a win. And if I want to keep it forever, it's also a win. That's pretty true. I'm gonna move the sketchbook on purpose this time and not because I hit the camera. So if you guys worried about it, don't look for a little bit because I'm gonna move. I'll let you know when we're not moving anymore. Alright, I think we're good. You guys can look. Alright, we're gonna do a cute little snake and a cute little skeleton costume. I wanna do like a little freaking wiggle. And then maybe I want the snake head over here, actually. A little wiggle. Sorry, I was wondering what that noise was, and it's a cat scratching the crap out of my window because there's a grasshopper on the other side of it. Jimmy, you're not gonna get it, honey. It's glass. You're not gonna get through the window. I I'm gonna distract her real quick. Hold on. Honey, honey, come say hi. Hey, come say hi. Come say hi. Honey. Oh no. Okay. That's one of the twins. Hi. You come on. Hi. Hi, Missy. You come say hi. Hello. Oh. Nah. Next to the window. Okay. Well, well, use the effect. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can pass her off real quick. So just a second, guys. Ah, me. Ugh, cat dealt with for the moment. Yuki's sweet. Then we do skeleton bones. Skeleton. Sure. Why in the heck not? Mr. Pebbles it is. Mr. Pebbles the Bone Snake. Skellington Snake. He's pretty cute, huh? Little snake tongue. Neck. Neck. Get him. What a stinking cutie. Mm, little snake. I'm getting a little face diamond. He's I dropped the bone. That was pretty good. That was uh that was definitely more than made up on the spot funny. A catastrophe. That's pretty cute. Okay. We are waiting. That's also a pretty good one. How do you let your cat know that they need to exercise more? You don't, they're perfect. What does the cat say when you catch him cheating? Relax, man. I'm just kidding with you. Too many. Oh yeah, I know one like that about a jump rope, but it skipped my mind. Or the banana peel one that slipped my mind. Or the one about the dandelion that drifted off. Comic book one to be continued. The telenovela one was really dead, but I think it's getting a second life. Sorry, I'm trying to think of more cheesy jokes. Um, what do you guys think of our spooky, scary Mr. What do we call him? Mr. freaking Pebbles, Mr. Pebbles the Bone Snake. Killing Nick, killing Nick. Oh, freaking. All right. I did say I was gonna draw the Aussie bat. I wanna draw the Aussie bat. So we're gonna be tasteful about it. We're gonna be cutesy, but yeah, it is gonna be a bat without a head. So if that's gonna make you uncomfortable, I get it. Y'all don't have to be here. But I am gonna. That is what I've drawn. I just mean I'm not gonna be all gory and everything. I'll probably put like just little bones sticking out the top, like that. Right here. Instead of having that head, we'll just have like bone, maybe a little drip. But nothing like super realistic, We don't want to get too spooky with it. We just want them to be cutesy spooky. That's pretty cute. It's a little bit more than what I'm going for with these, but idea for the future. We do like a don't meet your heroes type super stream. Over here. I'm gonna scoot the sketchbook just a little bit. Sorry, guys. Don't look. Okay, it's scooted. I just wanted to use this section under my face. But yeah, and then swoop, little wing finger things. What are these actually called on a bat? I don't even know. You guys know what these are called? Like the little things in their wings? Because it's like they use them, right? They're like opposable. So really they have a name. I don't know what it is though. That's pretty cute. Mm. Sorry, the ADHD is running the brain today, like I said. I keep thinking of more ideas for not drawing, just like stuff to do. Um, uh, okay. Then mm, alright, I think while I do appreciate all of the very, very spooky ideas, I think after this one, we have like a whole page of these, and I do want to keep working on them for you guys for just a little bit longer, but I also do have to go kind of on time-ish today, just because I have to go deal with some red tape nonsense with the pharmacy. So I'm gonna go do that. Um, so that hopefully they start being nice to me. And yeah, but I think after I have this whole page, since we do have a whole page of these, I think I am gonna switch us over to the iPad for a minute? Is the iPad charged? Ah! I'm knocking everything over! Oh no! The iPad is here. Okay, well, I will plug the iPad in. Surely, once I'm done with the bat, it will be charged enough. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Y'all are good. Like I said, I will probably end in not too long anyway, so you won't miss much, I hope. Oh, the bat, I think, will be the last one. We'll just finalize some after that. I'm gonna pick up this crap I just dropped all over the floor. Sorry. Guys, you'll never guess what was in that crap I just dropped all over the floor. A freaking pencil. Grr. Anger. It's fine. I didn't look for that for an hour or anything. It was here on my desk. I just have too much crap on my desk right now, so I didn't find it. I need to clean my desk. I need to just clean my office, guys. I was getting my office together. I was getting things together. And now the me that lets everything slide has my brain. It's so sad. Uh. Anyway, we are doing our best. Mm. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have like real meds that you take for like things that where you need them and not like supplements you take to be healthier. But uh yeah, when you like actually need the medications that you're taking, it is really weird to be off them. Um like I am getting so much appreciation for the me that had to deal with this all the time because like the me that had to deal with this all the time kicked butt, guys. Like I did a whole college degree like this. I like went and interned at Microsoft. Um But then, like, I got to adjust, which was really, really nice. Because then I didn't have to spend, the pencil was so missed. Yeah, I would have been genuinely pretty upset with myself if I'd lost that thing again after so short of a period of time. Because they are expensive. I probably would not have bought myself another one. But yeah, uh, it is really crazy to have adjusted to. It's like wearing glasses, right? Like if you wear glasses, you get used to wearing the glasses. Your eyeballs appreciate being able to see. You, a person, appreciate being able to see. It's not like if you didn't have the glasses, you wouldn't get around without them, but also having the glasses is really nice. If somebody suddenly broke your glasses, even if you were really good at getting around everywhere without your glasses before you had them, if you've now adjusted to having that assistance, you're gonna be pretty lost. Like you're not gonna have the same abilities that you had to get around without your glasses if you've had your glasses for a long time. Um, uh, yeah, that's exactly why. It's because they are classified as a scheduled drug, which is like kind of the same thing, and I have to go do a bunch of check-ins to get them. And like it just makes it really, really hard for me. And especially because now, without them, like it's harder for me to get to go and do those check-ins. Like I had a couple of times that they called me on the phone to go do an early appointment. And if I had been on my medication, I maybe could have made one of those early appointments, but without that medication, there was no way I was getting up in the morning after doing a really late shift and like calling somebody on the phone. It just wasn't going to happen for me that morning. And then I also had something to do later on that day, so if it wasn't like an appointment right that second, I wasn't going to be able to go. So yeah, it's a pain in the butthole. And yeah, I am really, if I'm being real with you guys, like I'm not coping all that well with it. Like I haven't, like I'm coping better than I thought I was, because I was being dramatic about it. I really thought like I was gonna get bad withdrawal symptoms and like gotcha. Yeah. No, that's fair. Uh that's pretty cute. Maybe we'll have to do like Halloween stickers part 2 or something. But yeah, my big thing is just like I am really bad at like critical procedural thinking. I can do both of those things individually, but if you have to put them together, that's like a really complicated meta task, and my brain does not do well with meta tasks. Um, it just doesn't. Like I just have a really hard time with them. And if I could write out complicated meta tasks on paper and have them make sense, that would be one thing, but it's usually really hard to do that. Like, say, I am talking to you guys right now. My brain has to come up with something to talk about and then tell you about it in a way that is engaging for you and also fun for me to say, right? And that doesn't seem like a lot, but there are a lot of little tiny meta things that go into that, like, okay, pick a story. That seems really basic, but also it's my brain searching through all of my accumulated memories to find something that it thinks is going to be engaging for both me and my audience. And that is typically a lot easier when my brain isn't worried about all of the little individual meta nonsense bits about whether or not it's also appropriate or whether that is out of the frame of reference from other things that I've said or whether or not you guys are even going to care that I'm talking or yada 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 whatever my other freaking ADHD questions are, you know? I just get like really into the weeds of like what is cool versus not cool to talk about with you guys when I can't, just pick a random story and go, "Hey, I'm gonna talk about it like normal," like I feel less normal. It I don't like using that word because it comes with a lot of like nasty connotations, but also I think here it's pretty appropriate. Like my normal doesn't feel like this anymore. Uh my normal has been adjusted to be more comfortable than this state, you know? And so now I feel like things are bad, even though things are exactly the same as they were before. Well, and I'm still pretty decent at critical thinking. It just has to be isolated from other meta tasks, right? Like if you give me a problem on paper, I will just cut all of the BS words out like before you even finish telling me the problem. I'll have picked out which things were actual information and which things were like stuff I'm supposed to get distracted by because typically I am very good at that kind of thing if it's in a vacuum. But my brain just gets overloaded really, really fast without my medication. I make this comparison a lot because I think it's very appropriate, but I usually will say that it's a lot like working on a very old army computer, right? Like I could calculate where to send missiles all the way across the world in a matter of hours and it would have accurate trajectories for like weather patterns and it would have every contingency plan you could ever think of, but you have to give me all the information on little tiny punch cards, you have to feed it to me in like the most basic format that you could possibly imagine and maybe in language that is so basic it's actually hard for you to do it because I need it to be that simple. Uh, but then I can do something really complicated and fun with it if you give it to me. But the instructions need to be little tiny punch cards. Like people about me typically know that if you ask me to do something that doesn't need to get done like immediately, uh like it has to have a time that it's supposed to be done, or you have to write it down for me. Otherwise, it didn't happen. Like, I will not remember that you asked me to do. If somebody comes by and is just like, "Can you do this thing?" at some point, like, that didn't happen. Like, it just didn't happen for me. I'm really sorry. It just didn't happen. Uh, yeah, I'm really not good at showing my work, but not for that reason. Like if you give me a procedure and tell me write down this procedure, I can do that. And I don't have problems doing that. But my problem is typically when people give me procedures for things I already know how to do, like in my head. Like I never used the little freaking long division thing where you write out like here's your little table and here's your little like numbers and put your remainders over here and all that stuff. I hate that. Um because I learned how to do division by just keeping track of those things in my head and writing down the numbers that are coming out of the equation as I go along. And that's how I learned to do that. I like doing it that way. When I have to write it out, it feels like it takes longer for me to do. It is definitely less easy to make human errors doing long division that way, but I hate it. And so I remember uh in this was like one of the times I really did get in trouble as a younger kid cuz I didn't get in trouble a lot. Like I know there are some autistic kids that like autistic kids and kids with ADHD and people on all sorts of different spectrums like myself that get in trouble for just like neurodivergency things. But for me, what I was pretty good at masking. I was AFAB socialized, so like I was pretty good at masking. I was pretty small and quiet. Yeah. Yeah, that's me too, bro. Uh I do I yeah, definitely the asking for too much clarification one. I do get that. But also one of the times I really got in trouble was we were doing the long division thing and it was like fourth grade or something. It was like old enough that doing the long division was a little bit silly anyway, because we probably all knew how to do division. And I, yeah, I just like didn't pay attention. I was reading a book from the library that was just like completely unrelated and drawing in my math book uh and to look like I was taking notes. And so my teacher noticed that I was doing this and was like, "Hey, you gotta pay attention. We're in class. You gotta like do the math." I was like, "Okay, but like I know how to do this." Um, and she was like, "Okay, but like you have to pay attention." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." And so I put my book down. Um, but then I like just started reading again, just like on the table. So it looked like I was paying attention more because I figured, well, you know, I'm distracting the other kids, right? Like that's the issue is that I'm being a problem to like the class because I assumed the adult was being reasonable because I'm very autistic and I didn't get that there was like an authority thing happening there. uh I do not notice authority. That's probably like my biggest social peeve for other people is I just don't observe it when it's about me. um People are people to me and I will treat you the same whether or not it says mayor in front of your name. And that's not about you being a bad mayor. That's about me being very autistic. Um, so with a teacher, I was like, oh, okay. Clearly the teacher just wants me to not be distracting the other students. Like I'll just read my book on the desk, you know. Um, and it wasn't that, it was that the teacher felt like I wasn't listening to her and she wanted me to listen to her. And so when she noticed I went back to reading on my desk, she was like, "Hey, Patricia, you have to pay attention." And she did this like in front of the class, like in front of the whole class. It was crazy. I did not want to be there. Um, just like you gotta listen. You really gotta listen. And I was like, but why? She called me out in front of the whole class at this point, so I was like, okay, but why? I know how to do this. And she was like, okay, well, if you know how to do this, why don't you come up to the board and solve it then? And it was like some really super easy problem. So at this point, I was like, okay, sure. Because my autistic ass genuinely didn't even notice that there was some sort of power dynamic struggle thing happening. I just thought she thought I didn't know what to do. She thought I was in need of instruction and I wasn't getting it, right? Like that was my assumption. Not that I was being a little bit of a butthole to the teacher that wanted to maintain control of her classroom. But uh I just went up and solved the thing because it was something super easy. It was like 400 divided by 25 or something. It was like something that didn't even have a remainder. And it was like, it took me like, you know, 30 seconds to go up to the board and write it and then go sit back down. And then she got really mad because it was, in fact, about the little power dynamic thing and not whether or not I knew what I was doing. Um, yeah, it's like even if I wasn't autistic, like that probably could have been handled a little bit better, but also I was very autistic and did not know what was going on. Um, so I was just like, here, I did the problem, and then I went back to my desk and I went back to reading, and yeah, she actually took my book at that point and was like, you can't do that. This is math. Uh, like I really appreciate I'm sorry that you feel like you're not learning anything right now, but everybody needs to be paying attention and I need you to pay attention. She was like gentler about it that time, but she was still like not explaining it to me in a way that I was going to understand. And I was just like, okay, lady, sorry. And then I went back to drawing in my math book instead of reading. And I'm pretty sure I almost got detention, but um, I didn't. So, and then I just drew in my math book because that seemed less, uh, seemed to be less of an issue for her. Because at least then it looked like I was paying attention, I guess. In addition to knowing what I was doing, which I already did. But shrug. Nah, I teachers. Yeah, that's so true though. Teachers who hate being around kids, like that's so crazy because teachers do not get paid well. They do not get good benefits. They do not get good hours. Like being a teacher is not like a fun job by itself, like in theory. Like on paper, it's really not like a nice cushy job. So why do it if you also hate doing it? Like, I don't get that. That's actually crazy. Like, I do tutoring. I think I've said this before, and I freaking love kiddos as long as they aren't mine, you know? I don't want to have any, but like just to interact with for a half hour or whatever, like that's super fun. I'll go teach some kiddos like colors and stuff. That's super fun. You know, do some little sing-alongs about math or your mom or whatever, you know, like that's super cute and kids get excited about it and that's fun and I like doing that and kids can tell that I enjoy being there and that makes them excited because other people don't enjoy being there and that's so sad. Like why would you not do like some people just have a bad day. I get that. Like if you show up to your classroom and you have a bad day and somebody goes, "Man, that teacher was like the worst teacher cuz you had a bad day." And like that's just like your reputation with that kid forever and you can't change it. Like that sucks. That's but it's one thing. If you like consistently show up like upset about being there, you just need a new job. Like like I don't know how you acceptably get into that position for an extended period of time. Like if you get into that position like on accident or something and it's like okay, I'm going to be here like 1 year. I have to do it this year. Oh no. Like sucks to suck. Sorry about that. But also like teachers that just hate teaching and just keep doing it. Like I know some teachers that are like professors at colleges with like tenure that just hate teaching, cannot stand it, and they just keep doing it. It's like yeah, it's money. It's like it's not that much money. You have enough credentials that you are teaching at a college. Why don't you go do something else? Anything else? Crazy nonsense. Like anything else. You could go do anything else. And instead, you just make other formative brains upset. What is the point? It's so sad. Alright, here, let's see. Ugh. Let's see if the iPad is charged enough to turn on, and if it is, we will do a sticker, and if it's not, I think I'll probably just be done for the evening a little bit because like I said, I do gotta go and freak with pharmacy nonsense today. So unfortunately for me, that's so true. Here, we'll go stare at my face for a second while I'm setting up the iPad. I really like learning. I really like learning things and being in good classes at my school and at college was really enjoyable for me. That unfortunately was not like yeah. No, some classes were really not cool. Or like I had one class that I know I passed because I was autistic. Like, okay, this is going to make every single one of you go, how did nobody tell you you were autistic as hell? Um because I don't know how I didn't catch that I was autistic as hell when this was my solution to the issue. But I had a teacher who told us one time at the very beginning of the class, it was a general class, so it was not even really meant to be like no, it's a little too soon for this, but for this story anyway. But yeah, there the at the very beginning of the teacher told us, "Hey, this is a general education class, and also it's a general education class on a specific topic. So I change the test every semester, and on top of me changing the test every semester, I have like 3 jobs. This is one of them, and I am like this big important archaeologist or something, and I don't really have time to make you guys big fancy study guides every semester. So anything that comes out of my mouth, assume it could be on the test." And also, then he just talked for like a 2 hour lecture class. Like, he didn't emphasize things, he didn't have like nice, cute bulleted slides with things to write down that were on the test. It was like photos on a slideshow that, like, were all the photos were like in a textbook that he wrote, but they weren't like laid out the same way that he was doing the class or anything. So it was like photos with like page numbers on them as like references, and then he would just talk for hours. My solution to this class was I just wrote down every single word he said. I literally got a spiral notebook and I wrote down every single word he said. I like My friend sat next to me in that class and I ignored them the entire time. Anytime I missed anything, it was because they tried to talk to me. And uh I just literally wrote every single thing that that guy said, and then at the end of like chapters, like sections where he was going to give us tests, I would go and type every single word that he said up into a study guide, and then me and my friend would do flashcards with my notes. My friend was just like, I'm not even gonna try to take notes this good. Like, I'm just gonna let you like share your notes with me, because there's absolutely no point if you're just gonna do this in me like trying to take my own notes that are this good. We're just gonna study together. And I was like, that's so fair. Because I wanted to help studying anyway. So but that was my solution to that class, guys. Not and nobody told me that that made me autistic as crap. But yeah, I literally, I not even shorthand. I don't know shorthand, guys. I full length, as fast as I could, wrote every single word that this guy said. Like, now you guys can all say, how did nobody tell you? Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's no. And then I felt so bad because after the very first test, my professor literally said to the whole class, he was like, guys, 2 people got 100% on this test. One person got more than 100%. So clearly, you guys can do well on this material. Some of you just didn't try as hard as the others. And I'm sitting there going, oh my frick, I wonder which two people in the whole class did well on this test. I wonder if it was me and my friend sitting next to me who had my literal document of everything this guy said for every single word of the whole class. It was crazy. Oh, crazy, crazy nonsense, guys. It was actually so silly. You know, I think instead of setting up the iPad stream today, I'm just gonna promise you guys stickers because we've been chatting. We got some extra chatting in today. I'm gonna give that, and we got lots of stickers done. What do we have? 5. I'll finish these off for you guys, and I will put copy pastas, hopefully for all of these, up on the mega with these nicer versions. Cause I do gotta go deal with the freaking pharmacy. I don't want to miss that. Uh, but I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I really hope you guys liked all my cute little guys. I will make really nice stickers for them, and we can all see the really nice stickers um whenever those go. I will put something up on Reddit when they go on the mega, and maybe on Instagram. We'll see. Uh But yeah, no, it's super fun hanging out with you guys always. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much for making it easy for me to get up and do some cute little arts and crafts and feel like it's not just me sitting in a room doing nothing for no reason. Self-care is really cool when I get to have you guys as motivation. And also, if you guys want some cute little spooky Halloween stickers, go ahead and check out the subreddit or my Instagram or my YouTube. I try to put community posts up there for stuff. So if you guys want to check me out any of those places, I do and will try to make sure that you guys get notified anywhere that those things go up when they go up. Thank you guys so, 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 so much for all your support, for all the people that have bought stickers and stuff for me so far. I'll have to message Taz or something on the subreddit because they're usually my best supporter and I haven't seen them in a minute. So we'll have to make sure they're okay. We'll have to poke them. Um but yeah, thank you guys so much. Keep it chill. Keep it chill vibes out there. Keep it very odd. Keep it weird. Keep it your types of weird. Keep it your types of normal. Whatever it is you want. And stay safe. Stay good. Keep your gas masks on. Help yourself with yours before you help anybody else with theirs. There's a reason they say it on the airplanes. I hope you guys all have a really, really good week, a really wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys. Bye.